So, do you take personal responsibility for the things going on in your life, or do you outsource the blame to other people from time to time? And, to be honest, I think we've all been guilty of that, of acting like the victim at times, blaming other people or events for how we feel. But it's something that we need to be aware of because every time that we do assign blame or give our personal power to others, it makes us weak. It makes us victims. And I talk about in this post Carli Lloyd, who is one of the greatest U.S. women's soccer players of all times. A true alpha female. She's all in on training. She's all in on being the best that she can be. But in this article that she was on ESPN, she talks about how the fact that since she wasn't starting in the World Cup because the U.S. women's soccer team is so stocked with talented players that she wasn't starting and it was making her very upset. And she says that the fact that she wasn't starting was affecting her relationships with her friends and her husband, and it was very hard on her. And basically, she was outsourcing the responsibility of you know break down her personal relationships to the coach of the U.S. women's soccer team. That it was, the coach's fault that her relationships were you know, being broken down a bit because she wasn't starting. And that's crazy. Why would you give your personal power away? Say, well, since the coach isn't, letting me start, I'm going to allow it to affect my personal life in such a way. I mean, why outsource, the blame to others like that? And it just goes to show that no matter, how great we may be in a particular thing, we always got to be careful about, giving away our personal power, blaming other people or events for, how we're dealing with others, and take full responsibility for ourselves. And so, with Carli Lloyd, maybe part of it is that, her identity is so wrapped up in being a soccer player that, if she's not starting, then that really affects her self-esteem. And eventually she's going to have to retire because she's 37 years old. God bless her. And the question is, if she's not playing soccer anymore, how's that going to affect her personally, and how's that going to affect her relationships? So just food for thought. I mean, we all struggle with this. We all blame others, even the greatest among us, like Carli Lloyd. But we all need to take a step back and say, am I outsourcing, my personal responsibility onto others, or am I taking full ownership of my life? Thanks.